Hey there, Bootzone here. This is a Performance Power Planer 650 watts FMTC 650PP. A little planer with a seriously bashed up blade. You can see that side there is really beaten. The other side it's not as bad, but it has a bit of a chip there, so that'll leave stripes on your work. It's all, the plastic's gone, all the rubberized plastic's gone all sticky. I was given it by a neighbour, Dougie. He gave me that sander as well that I just managed to fix in a different video probably, but it's come with blades, see, and they look new to me, little disposable blades. So that's one thing. Spare blades come with spare brushes. That's one of them smashed up. In fact, those brushes are the same as the Titan. They're the same brushes as the Titan. What would it be? I can't remember. I just said the word sander. Titan sander. It's got a little spanner, so I think we could probably do it just like this. Let's start with the good one. It's an awful loose spanner, that. Slacking these off. Oh, that's just might as well be made of some kind of soft cheese. There we go. At least I know I don't need to tighten them much, hey? Right. There's a washing machine on in the background in case you hadn't guessed. Right, so that's that unit. I don't know that I need to take off one of the sides. I don't really want to take off one of the sides. It's got Torx screws for adjustment, and if it's loose, it should just fall out. There's a slot here, in fact. I think it'll slide out through this slot here. There we go. We're on our way. Yeah, he hasn't even turned the blades around, so we can just turn them around in this case and get back to it. I'm surprised actually, but I think it had been on the shelf for 15 odd years or something like that. He said he hadn't used it in ages. So let's get the blade back in. Struggling even with that. Why am I struggling? Let's take these bits out and clean them, because they seem to be coming out now. So get that wedge out there, and then get this block out. Okay. To go and attend to that washing machine that I'm making a video of. I've got this brush. I think I remember buying this brush in Japan, in a shop that sold brushes, no less, with a kind of a raised up floor at the back for the staff and the family who ran the shop to sit on. So it's got little lugs in the bottom that go into little points on the bottom. There's like rocking points. A shot of compressed air would help here too. We're not doing that. It's a bit rusty on the back side, but not incredibly so. Working will take care of that. So that goes in like that. This goes in here. I need to try and get this in once this is in here, I think. So it won't go in unless that's off. So it has to go in like that. And this one's got to drop in. I'm going to hold that open with the screwdriver for now, like that. There we go. Put the good side up, please, like that. Face it forward so that the cutting edge goes to the front, of course. Now, do you think it's set correctly? It doesn't look like it is. I'm going to jack it up a bit before I begin tightening that. Just tighten it a little bit. Well, it's just moving all over the place. But this is probably sharp as well, you know. It just looks painful to you. It is painful to me too. Don't know what I'm doing. I've done this before, you'd think. There we go. There's a groove for it, you see. I don't think you can put it in wrong if you get it into the groove. Doesn't seem quite right. What does the other side look like, actually? So it's sitting way higher, but the groove, the black piece here that supports the blade is on the same plane pretty much as the blade, so that's what we need to work towards. And it is like that, except it's dropped down. Now there should be an Allen key in here, and I don't see one, so I have to get an Allen key. Okay, so that washing machine has ended its cycle, and it's quieter here now. Let's see if we can do this. Put that there on the back sole, which in this case is some kind of chromed steel. Roll this around, and it should touch, and it doesn't. It's about 2 mil shy. Try and get a close up on that. It's a bit tricky. So you can see it's quite a bit shy. So I'll try and raise it up. Now I have a feeling that the one on the other side is just hanging out really low. So I'm going to do it this way so that my eye can see it from above and you can see it too, perhaps. There's an adjusting screw here, Allen key, what's it, like 3 mil or something? It's a bit tight. The other side was turning fine. Let's try slackening it first. Doesn't like that. Oh, come on. This side was going okay, I thought. Yeah, that side's lovely. This side might need to be a bit looser. Would that do it? No, it feels pretty loose. There, it's moving now. So you've got to hold your rule on there on the side which you're adjusting. You want it to barely touch. Let's fussy this. You could use a stick either. A stick would do it too, but a steel rule is pretty accurate. So it isn't touching it yet. Still not. Yeah, there it is. You see, it'll drag it along. Just touching it. Now, how's the other side? It's become stiff somehow. Come on, Tricky, get in there. That's got miles to go. I think because it's a wedge shape, I'm kind of fighting against these fellows too. that's it. It's just right. I've got it just right there. Okay. Tighten it up. Tighten it up. Yeah, so because it's a wedge-shaped hole, dovetailed hole, you're going to get caught tightening it because you're pushing against. You're trying to force it out of the dovetail, so you need to loosen it as you tighten it. If that makes sense. You need to loosen the 3 nuts as you tighten the blade. Right. So as you tighten one, the other 2 become loose. So you need to do them 1, 2, 3. I don't know if there's any particular order matters. It's an aluminium head on this one. If they're steel, you see, they're a bit stronger. Now that one I think is way too high. Yeah, sure, the whole thing was cattywampus, as the man said. Let's get that loose. I'm surprised, because I understood Doug to be quite fussy about things, but well, what do you know? So what I might do is try and set this now. Is that turning at all? They should unscrew easier than they tighten up. So if I get it right now, if I could get it in there at all, that one's all, I don't know what's going on there. It's like it's full of varnish or something. There's something pokey on it. I'm here, this is taking time, you know, this job. If they're so far out that it might be possible to release them from below. I'm just using a engineer's scribe there to, that one's full of red wax or plastic or something. Do not know. No, I'm going to have to take it out and see what's going on there, because that's not right. Okay, where's my little screwdriver? It's on the floor. Slide it out. Yeah, the other side's got a bit of a chunk on there. That's not great. I should really replace them then, really, shouldn't I? Yeah, it makes sense actually, because if they were turned around once, then this one has already had all the socks knocked off it. So I'll put the one blade over there. There's no point in putting a bad blade in it. Trying to flick this guy out. It'll come out. Come on out. What are you stuck on? You're probably stuck because of those grub screws. Yeah, the grub screws need to drop to be able to get this guy to hike out. It hasn't got enough space, so this is going to be a bit tricky. I need a hammer of some description. I can't even find where the grub screw might go in there. That's how bad it is. No, there's nothing doing. This is where you get into earning your money. Right, I need a hammer. Biggest one I can find. Let's say you. It's too big, really. No, it's just spinning. See if it'll go into this one. Yeah, that's better. Doing something there. So it'll go down, which is no good to me at all because I need it to come back. And then it's popped out. It is full of some old red wax. Bizarre. Most bizarre. Bizarre. Alright, let's see if it'll come out now. No. Have I slackened it enough? No. It's still caught. It's almost out. It's not out. Put it. Nah, it's not even. I don't know what's going on here. This is a disaster. See, it feels like it's in, and then it's not in enough to turn the bloody thing. And if it's too high, it's too high. You know, it's not going to do if it's too high. I know it's no good for it. I know that. You don't need to tell me. Hit it with a hammer. What am I? Ooh, it's almost popped out there. Let me get that any tighter. If I could get it out, you see, I could pull the grub screw out from below. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Pull the grub screw out from below. And insert a new one, perhaps. Oh, I've put the dust all over myself. From the grub screw box. Yeah, so the grub screws are out. And they won't go back in. But if I could drive them forward, well, that's kind of like driving them back, is it? No, they're not going either way. Vice grips. I'll try pliers. And a selection of grub screws. I have more than that. Pliers first. See if this will get a grip on it. And if not, then we're into vice grips territory. There's nothing. There's no thread or anything. 10 minutes on this one bloody thing. Yeah, that's it. Coming off. Okay. Yeah, it's drawing it out. I'll start with what I've finished. What I've started here. Most peculiar. Yeah, it's full of red wax. I wonder if they like Loctited it in. That's kind of what it looks like. I'm struggling here. Yep, well, it's coming loose. That's good, because every time it comes loose, you can get a better grip on it. If it's a, you know, what would it be, 0.75 millimeter thread, well then you're going to get another 0.75 every time you turn it. These are similar. Let's try and wind them in. There's stuff in there though. That's the right size, this one. I don't see any other ones with a point like that, do I? And bigger. I'm not really worried though. The one that came out first looks like it may be salvageable. Right, I'm gonna try and thread that out with a tap and die, because this is where we are. This is my cheap tap and die set that seems to answer all of my problems. M4, is it? It's not that, whatever. This is a weird old thread now. M5. Yeah, it looks about M5. Like, I guess you need something like Loctite in there, because otherwise it'll shake off, but I don't Too much is not a charm. Look at all this pink snot. Okay. Did I mention it's a performance power, and the receipt's in there, in fact. Switch card. But there was a date, 30th of the 11th, 2003, so 19.5 years ago. This thing walked out of B&Q, I think. Yeah, B&Q in Loughborough. Okay. One new, one old. If we can work it that way. It's a bit, it's not tight, it's not loose. I don't know, was the other one tight or loose? Who knows? Let's set it there, whatever there is. These grub screws are a little bit longer than the ones I've taken out. The ones that I've taken out are longer than the one I've put in. I'll try and reverse it in. I think that's the best way to go. There we go. Reverse yourself in there. Oh, it's just slipping, you see. Right. Good enough. Tidy up. M5 grub screw. That's going in the bin. It's noisy. Oh, back again. All right. This drops in like this. Then this one, like that. Come on, get in there. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, see, it sits when it's right. New blade. Slides in. Oh, slides in. Doesn't seem to need to slide in, but that's what the slot's for. Okay, let's tighten it up a bit. Oh, come on. So I must have over tightened it like loose, if that makes any sense. I know I'm going to need to rise it up a bit, so let's do that first. Center my blade. You keeping up with me here? That ought to do it. So I need to raise the blade first so that I'm not tightening against the nuts. I feel like it's not seated right on that side there, that the blade's not popped up right. Now I can feel that I'm pulling against that nut, you see. So let's check it with my... No, not high enough there. It's high enough on that side, I think. I think that's gone too far now. No, it hasn't. it there. That's way too high now. That's a bit too high on this side. Tighten this side. Loosen it. Try and get it to drop back. Might be better. Felt it click back down a bit. Yep, that's it. Just right. Tighten it up before anything else goes wrong. So 15-20 minutes of that. Jeez Louise. 20 minutes. The machine was 22 quid, 21.98 when it was bought. Don't know what carpenters get per hour, but if it's over 60 quid an hour, so when I turn this, it should pull the blade forward just slightly. It should pull the ruler, you see? Pulls it forward. What's that in millimeters? Set it at 150. It's not enough. Set it at 140. There. Now, so it's pulling it forward 3 or 4 mil each time. And that's how you check it. So I check it leastways. Let's try the other side. So 140. Yeah, similar. Sweet. That was more work than I thought it would be. You could try planing wood with it. You know, it would make the video more interesting, but the reality is I have no wood to plane. I don't want to make dust. I'm going to put this back into the box, knowing that it's ready to go, which is much better from my point of view. Questions or comments? Leave them below. Thanks for watching. See you later.